Welcome, race fans, to the playoffs. This is the SimWorld Racing Network bringing to you the All-American Racing League Truck Series, brought to you by Callahan Motorsports. This is the GTech 175 at the Milwaukee Mile. I am your host, David Hillbilly Hera, and in the booth with me, as always, David Lurfano. David, back to some Truck Series racing after some time off. How you doing, bud?
Hey, doing good. Enjoyed my time off, I can say that. But yeah, back here in the trucks, Milwaukee, not a track I'm very familiar with. I don't think you are as well. It's kind of one of those tracks we don't see a lot of.
No, but it's very interesting. You know, it is 1 mile, so it's 175 laps, 175 miles here tonight. We got some stage breaks. Looks like the stage breaks are going to fall somewhere around, looks like lap 55, the end of lap 110, and then we're going to run it out from there to lap 175. Don't have a whole lot of data here on, this is 100% fuel, so I imagine fuel is not going to be a problem at all. We are watching the trucks slip and slide around this track. Not super, super hot out there. Looks like 90 or 78 degrees temperature with a track temp of 92 degrees. But we are seeing that it's pretty slick. Doesn't look like this track, and again, not having a whole lot of data on it. Not a whole lot of banking in these corners.
Yeah, it's another really flat track, similar to like something like New Hampshire, except the line's a little different here from what I can see than you would run in New Hampshire. But yeah, definitely seeing a lot of trucks sliding and slipping off of, turns 2 and turn 4.
Yeah, Dave, and we've got these very long, sweeping corners that it appears that you've got the older asphalt, then you've got down in that very low lane through from 1 all the way around to the exit of 2 and 3 to the exit of 4 of like a new patch of asphalt or newer asphalt. Will that seam, you think, play any effect here tonight? And I know, being very unfamiliar with this track, it's really something we're going to all learn together. But so there's some advantage to the seams at different tracks. I just wonder if we're going to see that here tonight with the different types of asphalt.
Yeah, and it's a possibility. I mean, sometimes those seams will help you, sometimes they hurt. So far, like watching some of these trucks in practice, looks like they're wrapping the bottom pretty well. But it'll be interesting, as slick as this track is, to see if anyone searches around to try to find more grip in the racetrack.
Well, and they will, Dave. But so far, Kenneth Pack is the fastest in practice. His practice is still ongoing here. Got a few minutes left of the practice session. Kenneth Pack being the fastest with Benny Campbell is second, Michael Kerjelak third, James Nelson fourth, and Chad Snyder fifth. But that's not really the important part. This is the first race, round of 10 here. There are 2 races in the round to qualify this race and Bristol to get through to that next round. Now, currently, we have Tyrone Yo in 9th, I believe, or Chad Snyder in 9th, Tyrone Yo in 10th, right there on the cusp of dropping out when we go to the round of 8. So it's really important for those guys to have a good race here tonight and again at Bristol next week.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you got 2 races in this round, so each of these races mean everything. So you don't have a ton of races. You can't afford to have a bad race, let's put it that way. So they're going to be fighting for everything they got and try to put them in a good position. You basically have 6 races here to jockey yourself into a position to go into that final round of 4.
Yeah, currently Brendan Mathias is our points leader with Curtis Sauburn behind 13 points back of him in second, with Michael Kerjelak back 18 points from our leader. Travis Rodriguez is back 27 points. Michael Boone back 29. Nathan Christensen in 6th is back 31, tied with James Nelson in 7th. 8th is Benny Campbell back 32 points. And then you have Chad Snyder and Tyrone Yo 37 and 39 points back respectively. However, Brendan Mathias has not logged into the session yet. We were under the impression he may not make it home in time to make this race. So could be a big points day for Chad Snyder and Tyrone Yo outside of the cutoff for the round of 8 here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's going to help them, unfortunately. Hopefully, maybe he can get in here just in time. But, unfortunately for him, if he misses it, kind of puts him in a hole early with only 1 race remaining after this one to try to make that final 8.
Yeah, so we know that bonus points up to this point were calculated, and that's why. So points were reset at 2,000, and then all the points that you accumulated from the stage wins, from the winning of races, is what kind of set this lineup the way it is right now for those top 10 drivers. Once they run tonight and then run again at Bristol, the points will be reset once again, and we'll go through that same pattern as we see practice coming to an end. Let's go ahead and drop down and take care of our pre-race stuff before we get into qualifying here. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back with you.
Please rise if you're able and remove your hat as the United States Navy Band performs our national anthem.
Once again, we'd like to give a huge shout out to the United States Naval Band for their rendition of our national anthem, God Bless America. Folks, God bless America. Anyway, moving on, qualifying is underway here now. Let's go ahead and see where we are currently in the field. Benny Campbell currently on the pole with a 30.45. Kenneth Pack with a 30.65. Now Travis Rodriguez moves to second with a 30.650. Pet moves Pack to third. Sauber is in at a 30.72 with Tyrone Yo at a 31.03. Michael Boone with a 30.91. Actually, I don't know why I didn't score that correctly. Oh, Yo was in with a 30.83. I apologize there. Now Boone jumps up to a 30.78, followed by Tyrone Yo. Nathan Christensen on his first lap runs in at 37.72. I'm not really sure what happened on his lap there. Still awaiting laps by Michael Kurgelak, Chad Snyder, Johnny May, Michael Bovair, James Nelson. Brendan Mathia made the race, Dave.
Yeah, I see him just hop in, so good job for him being able to hop in here.
Yeah, going to come in without any practice. I'm not sure if he had any practice in the off time or not, but be interesting to see what he can do with this field here. But it looks like he's going to make it in time to run a qualifying lap at least. Chad Snyder currently on track to come to the start finish to take his first lap. First lap time's in at a 30.86. That's seventh quickest. Brendan Mathia also on track. Going to come around and take his first lap. First lap of the day here. Chad Snyder comes across for his second lap. See if he can pick it up any at all. Chad jumps up with a 36.8 to fourth position. Brendan Mathia on his first lap. Times in at a 30.77. That's sixth quick. Michael Bovair also on track. This race brought to you today by GTech Evolutionary Cleaners and Degreasers. Check them out at buygtech.com. Some of the safest cleaning supplies in the country, in the world. Yes, that's right. I claimed it right here. Brendan Mathia jumps to fifth with a 30.70. That'll bump Curtis Sahlborn to sixth.
Yeah, that's a pretty good lap for Brendan, considering it's the first couple laps on track and right here in qualifying.
Yeah, without a doubt. Trying to get a feel for it right there on the fly. Definitely pulled a really fast lap there. Michael Bovair will jump up to ninth with the 31.46 on his first lap. Michael Kurgelak still hasn't taken the field to run a qualifying lap. May elect to start in the back. Johnny May and James Nelson also electing not to qualify at the moment. Looks like time's going to run out for those guys as well, as qualifying has wrapped up. Benny Campbell will be your pole sitter, followed by Travis Juggles Rodriguez. Kenneth Podium Pack, or Pac-Man, starting in the third position with Chad Snyder in fourth, and Brendan Mathia in the fifth position.
Yeah, cars are now starting to take the grid, so once we get rolling, we'll do one lap around, they'll set them free.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how this is going to play out. Again, not real familiar with the Milwaukee Mile. I believe I've been here, I've driven here before. I just honestly haven't done it enough to actually give an idea what they're feeling. But here's what we'll do, folks. We'll get a ride around with Chad Snyder a little bit later on in the broadcast here, and let him explain to us what they're feeling behind the wheel on the racetrack in these very powerful trucks. Kenneth Pack, your pole sitter. Benny Campbell. Well, actually, it's Benny Campbell's your pole sitter. I don't know why. It's practice results. Let me get the right graphic up here for you folks. Benny Campbell is your pole sitter. Outside of Benny will be Travis Rodriguez. Kenneth Pack will start third. Chad Snyder fourth. Brendan Mathia fifth. Curtis Sauber be in row 3 there in sixth. Michael Boone is seventh. Eighth to his outside will be Tyrone Yo. With Michael Bovair ninth. 10th will be Nathan Christensen. James Nelson will be in 11th. Johnny May did not grid up, and so starting 12th will be Michael Kurgelak. Shotgun on the field for Kurds.
Yeah, so I've been keeping an eye on some of these drivers here in the first couple laps. Cold tires, very slippery track. See if they can manage to get through a few laps here without spinning these trucks up off the corner.
Barney's at the ready from the flag stand. The first start will be on the green flag. Now, I don't know. There's no Geico restart zone here, so I'm not sure exactly how they're going to do the restarts. Maybe on the green flag each time. I'm not really sure how that's going to play out. Pace car is off. Green flag is in the air. As they head down into one. And I kind of lose them there for a second. It's a long sweeping corner there, folks. Turn 2, Travis Rodriguez takes the lead.
Yeah, it looks like everyone makes it through turns 1 and 2.
Rodriguez out to the early lead here, now being chased down by the 67 and pole sitter Benny Campbell. Travis running that higher entry. He's running up there, Dave. We were wondering about that second line. Looks like Rodriguez goes right to it.
Yeah, it looks like there's definitely more momentum back there as the battle for third place settles down. Chad Snyder takes that, but Benny Campbell's still looking to the inside of Travis Rodriguez.
Rodriguez still electing to stay up on that high side. Now he's going to lose that position to Benny Campbell.
And he's going to try to squeeze up there. Not quite enough. Rodriguez is going to get to his back bumper.
So we get a battle for the fourth position. Curtis Auburn under fire by Brendan Mathia. And then number 71, HendricksCars.com Chevrolet. And Brendan also running that higher line here. Using that higher line through the center and then trying to bring it down on exit. Going to get to the inside of that 54 Ford. Can't quite get it in there, but really got a good run off the corner. But don't look now. Pac-Man has it coming. Nathan Christensen and Tyrone Yo. Nathan Christensen up 3 spots already from the start of this race. So we see the 75 of James Nelson working to the outside of Michael Boone in the 5. Michael Kurgelak, who elected not to qualify as well, now looking to the outside of the 5. Looks like this outside line is definitely carrying more of the speed and momentum at the moment. The 54 of Sauber able to stay in front of that 71. 71 gets a really good run quarter or from center off and is now looking to the inside of the 54 of Sauber.
See what happens down here in turns 3 and 4. Sovereign in that preferred line so far up on the high side. Gets that momentum to work down the front stretch as he rolls almost even here, getting into 1.
71 washed up just a little bit there on entry, but able to now clear the 54, move Brendan Mathia to 4th position. Nathan Christensen, we're trying to work around the outside of Kenneth Pack. Looks like he's going to make that happen. Now, we know Kenneth Pack likes the long run, so we'll see if that's the case here at Milwaukee as well. Oh, as the 3 gets really loose on his outside. Able to hold on to that truck, but definitely got loose there running on the outside of him. Oh, the 2 of Yo getting really, really tight on the outside of Kerjlak. That allows the 75 to get on by. James Nelson moves by to take that position. But your leader is Benny Campbell out to 0.7 of a second over Travis Juggles Rodriguez. Folks, if you notice the fluorescent green spoiler and the fluorescent green windshield banner, that indicates that these drivers are in the playoffs currently. So as you start to see over the next few races, those drop off, that's due to the fact they've fallen out of the playoffs. I believe Brendan Mathia, who is the points leader at the moment, does not have that banner on his truck tonight. A little late getting here, so was unable to get that banner taken care of, unfortunately. But he currently is. We won't dock him any points for it. Top 2 trucks running identical lap times, both running 30-90 flats. They're on that last time by. It's no real gain or loss for our leader, Benny Campbell. Now, this last time by, again, the Rodriguez holding it at a 30.92 to Benny's 31.06, so a little bit of gain for the 7. Fastest truck on track that last time by was the 41 of Michael Kerjlak. He's looking to the inside of Kenneth Pack, trying to take over the 6th position.
Yeah, it looks like it sorts itself. That battle for the 4th spot still ongoing between Curtis Sovereign and the 71. Brendan Mathia. Curtis able to kind of close in on him getting into the corner.
Now you've got the 41 of Kerjlak all over the back bumper of the 16 of Pack. Pack not in the playoff hunt as he's had to miss quite a few of these races due to work. Had some really good runs when he's here, but unfortunately unable to qualify for the playoffs. That won't stop him from getting out here and stacking up the wins if he can. Nathan Christensen. Oh, we have trouble. Nathan Christensen hard into the outside wall. We stay green. See if we can find out what happened with him. If I can find a replay of what went on with Christensen there.
Yeah, it looks like Nathan just got loose off of turn 4, and luckily everyone was able to avoid him.
So we watch this 3. Yeah, he gets down into the corner there. 75 has to check up for him here. I'm not sure if I'm at the right spot or not. Yeah, as we can see him right there, it gets really, really loose. Cuts back to the hard right. The 5 able to take evasive action. The 2 able to miss. Wow, that was very close. Good job by those drivers to avoid that incident. Back out front, Benny Campbell is your leader. by 1.7 seconds over Travis Rodriguez. Rodriguez is falling into a battle here now with the 26 of Chad Snyder. Chad Snyder able to run down. Looks like Rodriguez may be falling off there a little bit later on in this run. And Dave, that may be what that top line, unfortunately, may cost you here.
Yeah, quite possibly. As we see, Chad Snyder's still running a little bit higher than the 7 at the moment. But Chad's been about 2/10 quicker than Rodriguez right now. So slowly kind of running him down here.
Now, last time by, the leader ran a 31.22 to Rodriguez's 31.26. So those guys still about the same pace. As Rodriguez seems to have picked his pace back up just a little bit from where he'd been the last couple of laps. James Nelson, the only one running down in those 31.20s with those guys, but he's back in that 8th position in the number 75 Auto Serve Chevrolet here.
Yeah, Michael Kurgelak, who continues to be one of the fastest car on the racetrack now, working to the inside of the 71 of Brendan Mathia to try to grab that 4th position.
Yeah, this kind of shows you a little bit about what, how important it is to get some practice here. It's not a whole lot. I think it's 40 minutes of practice they get before these races, but it gives you that time to really get comfortable with the track and the truck on the track, right? And it shows to be valuable. We'll see if the 71's able to pick up some speed later on in this race as the laps tick on and he gets more familiarity with how this truck's going to react on this track today.
Ooh, big slide for the 41 of Kurgelak. Give that spot back to the 71. It looked like Kurz was going to be able to kind of make a run there and get around him.
Yeah, but once he gathers it back up, he seemed to drive right back to the rear bumper of that 71. The battle's still ongoing here. Everyone kind of staying in line at the moment, minding their P's and Q's as we look back through the field here. Now the 41 is trying to look again to the inside of this 71 of Mathia. Mathia has been pretty dominant this season with 6 wins in the regular season. The next closest would be Curtis Sauber with half that many, with 3 wins. But the 41 now working to the inside of this 71 machine. Still can't make it happen. That momentum on the outside for the 71 just seems to be a little too much to overcome right now this far in. 21 laps of 175 here in the All-American Racing League Truck Series. This is the GTech 175 at Milwaukee. So lap times, Dave, have fallen off to about 3/4 of a second thus far. So with just 22 laps, it kind of shows the importance of tire wear here. But with, this only being a 175-mile race here, you're going to go a lap, maybe 2 laps. You go 2 laps down if you come in under green flag conditions to take 4 tires. So I'm not sure anyone will pit in this first stage of 55 laps. I mean, they may just struggle it out.
Yeah, I think the only way you're coming to pit road is if a yellow falls. Other than that, I think you got to run it out.
Okay, as 41 is able to finally complete that pass on the 71 Mathia. Now Mathia looking back to the inside, gets a better run corner off. I think the 41 really drove it in hard. He was tired of that battle. Now looking back to the inside of the 71. Can't make it happen. But it looks like the 41 may have overdrove it just a bit to go ahead and complete that pass he had been working on, and it just really hurt his exit. Lead for Benny Campbell's now at to 3.7 seconds. Still clicking off some of the, actually was the fastest car last time by, or truck, shall I say, was the Benny Campbell Ford. Snap-on Ford here. Still your fastest truck on track. And that Clean Air being king, he's out to 4 seconds over Travis Juggles Rodriguez. Chad Snyder third, Brendan Mathia fourth, and Michael Kerjelak up 7 positions to fifth.
Yeah, this battle right here for fourth between Mathia and Kerjelak, still the best battle on the track. Still trying to Kerjelak still trying to find a way around the 71.
He's going to try to look to the inside once again as they head through 3 and 4. Oh, he gets real loose to 41. Able to save that truck, but man, going to cost him a position there as the 16 to Pack able to get around. Pack, we talked about him backing up there early on, but now the tires, everything seems to be coming to him, and he's starting to run these guys back down. But Benny Campbell still throwing down some of the fastest times by almost half a second. Incredibly fast truck for our leader, Benny Campbell.
Yeah, pretty impressive what Campbell's able to do now out there in fresh air with loving life at the moment.
We saw Kerjelak get loose there and really, really piss off those tires, for lack of a better term. Once you slide them like that, you heat them up. It takes 2 or 3 laps to get the feel back in the tire that you need to feel that truck underneath you once again. Looks like he's finally to that point and trying to run down the 16 of Pack, but he's under fire now by the 54 of Sauber. Now, what's impressive about Michael Kerjelak's run thus far is, he started in the rear. He elected not to qualify. He's up 6 spots. He started dead last in the field. So, in 28 laps, he ran himself up to battling for 4th position there for a long, long time. So it didn't take him long to get there, but he's had to really run this truck hard early on. Now, when things all get reset with the stage brake, he may be in a really good spot with a really fast truck, Dave.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think, he was able to save a little bit of tire there early on, Kerjelak, and kind of slowly, methodically get his way back towards the front. We saw him get loose there under Brendan Mathia, and then unfortunately he did tap the wall there in the laps after that, so that could have hurt him there a little bit as well. But he's slowly trying to get back to the 16 of Pack here. And like you said, I think those tires have kind of cooled off a little bit to the point where he can kind of get back after it.
Yeah, we've got Tyrone Yo in the 10th spot with Michael Bover 11th and Nathan Christensen. Oh, Nathan gets really loose underneath the 48, able to hold on to it. Pushed Nathan back to 12th. That battle was heating up pretty good. This battle with Kenneth Pack and the 41 of Kerjelak, still a couple truck links between the two there. Curtis Sauber still kind of watching this battle shape up in front of him. And then you have James Nelson, who, again, started towards the rear there, along with Curtis Sauber turning some of the fastest laps of the race. Not of the race, but on the track until we passed that time by. But, yeah, still turning some really fast laps there. So, I mean, this looks like it has a green flag feel to it.
Oh, no, Chad Snyder around into the tire barriers, battling for second.
Oh, no. Caution is out. We'll see if we can get a replay of what happened here with Chad Snyder.
Yeah, it looked like he was battling to the inside of the 7 to try to grab that second position. Just got loose off the corner. It's like some heavy damage to maybe the... it doesn't look that bad, actually.
Yeah, just got, like you say, really loose on exit there. Oh, just a tough place to lose it. Everyone able to avoid him. Yeah, I mean, he clipped the barrel, so maybe not too bad a damage. Maybe able to come on down pit road. I think everybody's going to pit here for tires without a doubt. But come down, maybe sit there for a little while, get that damage corrected. Not sure I'd burn a fast repair yet, but I'm not in the truck. I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't have a readout whether or not he got any type of meatball flag or anything. But yeah, I don't see a whole lot of damage on that truck,
Yeah,
Dave.
I don't really see much of anything. Maybe a little wrinkle on that left front kind of bumper, but other than that, it looks pretty clean.
Yeah, we see the wrinkle right above the tire there, folks. You can kind of see it bent in there. But that's odd because he really hit the tire barrier. It looked like with the left side of it. Wow, I cannot believe the leaders decided to stay out here.
Yeah, it looks like the top 7 all stayed out. Top 8. So Tyrone Yo, everyone else came behind him. So
I think this
Michael
is a
Boone.
great move from Michael Boone, Bovair, Christensen, and obviously Chad Snyder had to come down to get that damage looked at. But I don't agree with staying out here, Dave. You've got the tires. You've got 20 laps left here to do something with fresh tires being over a second faster than the trucks in front of you. This may fall right into the hands of Chad Snyder, who had a really fast truck.
Yeah, right there with Michael Boone, Chad Snyder, Michael Bovair, Nathan Christensen all came down. Well, the top 8 did not pit. That's we still got probably be about, what is that?
Be about 19 laps, Dave, by the time we get
Yeah.
going, probably 18, 19 laps when we get going here with the green flag once again. 26, let's see, did he use that quick repair?
Not sure. It looked like he may have got that damage. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look.
It may not have been enough that, I don't know. Yeah, I can't tell if he took the quick repair. Let's see, 15.25 seconds. He didn't stick around to get any damage repaired. So he must have went ahead and used it. Maybe he had the meatball and we just weren't aware.
But lights are out as they work their way down the backstretch into turn 3.
Benny Campbell will lead us to the green flag.
Yeah, I think if these drivers back here, like Chad Snyder, Michael Boone, just be patient, work their way through this field. They've got the tires to get back to the front before the end of this stage.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to have to worry about trying not to run over these guys on the older tires, though, because, again, the times were falling off about a little over a second. Pace car's off. Green flag is out. They head down into one. The 67 of Benny Campbell able to pull out there a little bit over Travis Rodriguez. Move Brendan Mathia into third now, with Kenneth Pack fourth and Michael Kerslak in that fifth spot. Now Curtis Saubern under fire by Michael Kerslak. Curtis up the track, loses that position.
Chad Snyder around off of turn 4.
Tough
break.
break.
He didn't hit anything, so he should be good here.
Tough break for showing Curtis Saubern had an issue, but
yeah, Curtis spun. There was some contact. Have to go back and look at that.
yeah, we'll pull
Looks
up
like Chad Snyder made a kind of a. You get to the inside and just it closed up.
Oh, that's contact. 75 got to hit the rear bumper of the 54 and spun him around. While that was happening, we'll see what happened. See if we can see what happened with Chad Snyder here. So Chad Snyder's down to the inside of the 2. He closes in on the 3 wide with the 3 of Nathan Christensen. They may have made a little contact, which kind of pushed the 26 down a little bit. No harm, no foul there on that one. Curtis is probably not happy with that 75, though.
Yeah, I think the 75 maybe thought he was clear, was going to be able to sneak in behind him, and just unfortunately, just ever so slightly a little bit of contact. But
As we are turning lap 38 of 175 here in the GTech 175 of the Milwaukee Mile. Again, we will have a stage break at lap 55. Yeah, Curtis Sauburn's going to start at the tail of the field now. Again, going to be on fresh tires. Another really fast truck. Chad Snyder with a really fast truck. Did take it 3 wide there. May want to slow that thing down a little bit, Chad, but no harm nonetheless. Didn't really hurt that thing much, but it may have actually kept him out of the wreck with Curtis Sauburn in the spin that was happening in front of him.
Yeah, fortunately for Chad, he didn't hit anything, just kind of spun it out there through a little bit of the grass, but kept it off any hard surface and be able to regroup and try it again here.
Lights are out on the pace car. We will go green this next time by. Try it one more time. We'll have about a 15-lap shootout to the end of this stage. This is really hurting those guys who did take tires. The furthest one to the front right now on fresh tires is Michael Boone. He's now in the 8th position, so gaining 1 spot there since the restart. We'll see what happens here on this little short stint to the end of stage 1. Green flag is in the air. 7 gets a great restart on the outside of the 67. They'll be side by side heading down into 1. Two by two. 67 gets clear of the 7. 7 wiggles just a little bit. That brings the 71 to his back bumper. Boone looking to the outside of the 75 on those fresh tires. Going to try to use them up while he's got them. Oh, he hits the wall, the 5 into the wall just a little bit. That allows Michael Bovair to get around. Michael Bovair also on fresh tires. Bovair now looking to get around the 75 of Nelson. Michael Boone.
I think once they get the heat up in these fresh tires, you should see these drivers work their way through this field.
Yeah, and it should happen rather quickly, Dave, I believe. I'm watching the 54 and the 26 back here battling. 26 now trying to look to the outside of Bovair in the 48. Yeah, they're going to be quite a bit faster than these leaders. So Benny Campbell ran a 30.7, so really he picked up the pace. Cycling those tires and cooling them off a bit under the caution laps really seems to have put some life back in these tires, because they were running mid 31 second laps, and now they're down to just 0.3 of a lap slower than his fastest lap of the race. So as they heat up, I think that the guys on the older tires, like you say, are going to have some trouble out of the guys like the 5 of Boone now looking to the inside of the 75.
Chad Snyder around again.
Wow, Chad not having a very good night here tonight. Noses it barely into the inside wall. No caution flag. Chad's
He's still sitting there.
Okay, he gets it backed up. Gets it moving along now. So it's going to be able to continue on, but tough break for Chad Snyder. Michael Boone ran his fastest lap of the race at a 30.85.
Yeah, Chad Snyder got loose on entry. The 54 looked like he tried to miss him. Just a little bit of tap on that right rear bumper. That's kind of sent Chad around.
And Michael Boone using these tires up now. He's looking around the inside of Kenneth Pack. He made that pass. Now he's got his sights set on 4th place Michael Kurgelak. Oh, the 5 gets loose. He's around. Oh, 54 barely missing him. May have made a little contact there, but unfortunate break for Michael Boone, who we were showcasing as moving through the field on those fresher tires. Just got out from under him there. This track seems to be super, super slick tonight.
Yeah, I think part of the problem, too, these fresh tires, the drivers have a little bit of a false sense of hope. They know they got the speed, and I think they're pushing just a little harder than they should.
Wow, we're going to watch that again and try to watch it from the end car of the 54 as he makes it around and through this wreck. That was pretty impressive. Let's see if we can find that here. See if we can get on board with Curtis Sauburn here. We watch as Michael Boone's going to get sideways here. He gets sideways right in front of him, and oh, so close, folks. Curtis Sauburn may need some tissue to clean up the mess That was a brown pants moment for sure, if I've ever seen one. Your leader is Benny Campbell, Travis Rodriguez in second, with Brendan Mathia third. Fourth is Michael Kerjelak, and rounding out your top five is Kenneth Pac-Man Pack.
Well, two of the trucks there with the fresh tires have both had issues. Hoping I figured they would be able to work their way to the front, but two of them having some problems here. And we're gonna have a short little stint to the stage break now.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of aggression out of Curtis Sauber now. He is the one driver sitting in 7th position, has the freshest tires, and it wouldn't be the first time we've seen Curtis Sauber have use aggression here on the track. And frankly, he's right there with the 75 who caused him to pit 4 tires to begin with. I'm saying, but I'm not saying, Dave. I'm saying, but I'm not saying. We want to thank you all for joining us here on the broadcast. This is the SimWorld Racing Network's presentation of the All-American Racing League Truck Series, brought to you by Callahan Cox Motorsports. You're watching the GTech 175 at the Milwaukee Mile. Thank you for joining us. If you would, be sure and smash that thumbs up button for us. It helps get this out, helps to kind of jumpstart that YouTube algorithm to get this out to more people who like this type of content. We appreciate your comments as always. Scott Pack out there rooting on, I believe it's his brother in the 16 machine. We always appreciate you being here, Scott.
Yeah, lights are out. Working down the backstretch into turn 3. They're going to set them free once again. And have about maybe 6 laps here to run it to the end of stage 1.
Yeah, this is going to be a very important restart for our leaders. Green flag is out. 67 gets a good jump. Starts to pull away just a bit from Travis Rodriguez in that outside line. 71 on Mathia now looking to the inside, trying to steal away that second spot, but the 7's going to carry the momentum on the outside there on the exit of 2. Down the backstretch, right at the rear quarter panel, starts to gain a little bit now, door to door with the leader as they head off into 3.
Yeah, still wheel to wheel off of turn number 4. See if that momentum helps the 7. Benny Campbell's able to clear if he chooses to.
He will as they head down into 1. Benny Campbell has solidly taken over that lead once again. Travis Rodriguez not going to let up on the pressure, though. As Campbell a little bit loose, gets a little wiggle off the exit of 2. I think he's been wiggling around this track all night long, though, Dave. That's kind of how he's quick. As we come with 5 laps left in the stage. Still 4 wide.
4 wide.
Track's wide enough. Track's wide enough, guys. That don't mean you should do it, but Sauber really trying to hammer away at these guys. He's up to 5th position. Those fresh tires, he and the 48, both on the freshest tires on track. Curtis was last in on lap 37 with Michael Bovarian on 33. They're just using these fresh tires to their advantage with just a couple laps left in the stage. Not sure there's enough time for these guys to get up to the lead, but you position yourself very nicely for the restart after the stage break if you can gain as many of these spots as you can here late in the going of stage 1. 5 of Boone had some issues, has fallen off the pace quite a bit. Looks like he'll be able to stay on the lead lap, I believe, but something happened with Boone. We kind of missed there. We'll see if we can catch that replay here. So we've got just a couple laps to go. Yeah, Boone is going through the corner
good
here.
Battles back.
Getting loose. The 2. Wow, big hit. So that's got to be some damage to the rear of the 5 and the nose of the 2 there, Dave.
Curtis Sauber now looking to the outside, trying to get to the outside of Kerjelak. Can't quite make it happen.
As we come to
Chad Snyder now working around the outside of Michael Bovair.
and Chad Snyder rebounded nicely to get up into the 6th position currently, or battling for that position. Michael Kerjelak looks to the inside of the 71 of Mathia. Trying to complete that pass. Now he's trying to go to the inside. Now still holding to the inside of the 71.
And Brendan Mathia, the current points leader, so anytime you can gain a position on him is going to help you out, especially at the end of these stages.
Yeah, absolutely. And with there only being a 2-race stage, unlike the Cup Series where you have 3 races per stage, you've only got 2 opportunities to get it done here. That's what's important for Tyrone Yo and Chad Snyder. They've got to get as many points as they can on any of these drivers in front of them to get out of that 8th or 9th and 10th position to try to lock themselves into that top 8 here.
Yellow is out. End of stage number 1. Your winner is going to be Benny Campbell.
Thank you, Dave. Benny Campbell is your stage 1 winner, followed by Travis Rodriguez, Brendan Mathia, Michael Kerjelak, Curtis Sauber, Chad Snyder in 6th, Michael Bovair is in 7th, Kenneth Pack 8th, 9th is Tyrone Yo, and James Nelson is 10th. So they gained a little bit of bonus points over Michael Boone and Nathan Christensen, who are 11th and 12th, but also both inside the top 10. So that's really what Tyrone Yo and Chad Snyder needed to do, was try to get some bonus points here over guys that are in the playoffs. We should see, I believe we're going to see everyone come down pit road now. I don't see that anyone's going to stay out here. As they caught up with the pace car here, we should see everyone make their way down and put some fresh tires on. And that is only a speculation.
Yeah, heck of a job there for Chad Snyder after the couple issues he had to bounce back to 6, and he gained points there over Tyrone Yo, James Nelson, and looks like Michael Boone, Nathan Christensen as well for those stage point.
Travis Rodriguez gives the 67 just a little shot there as they head on to pit road, letting him know, hey, I've been battling with you, bud. I'm back here.
Nathan Christensen stays out. He was on pit road last at lap 46.
Okay, so we do have a new leader now, Nathan Christensen up front. Oh, Michael Boone comes down pit road, misses his pit box, drives on through to come out in 2nd position. I can only imagine he was last in on 33, that he'll come back down. Unfortunately, he's going to not really lose any track position. He was already at the back of the lead lap cars, but yeah, missed his box there. But your leader is Nathan Christensen. We're going to have to see about getting a SWRN sponsor logo for that truck there, since he is one of our broadcasters here on SWRN, broadcasts the All-American Racing League Cup Series on Tuesday nights. We will be at Daytona this coming Tuesday, so be sure and tune in for that. It's always a great time at Daytona. Nathan Christensen will be bringing all the action to you right here on the channel at about, I believe it's, what is it, about 8:20 he starts that broadcast? That's
Yeah, I
Eastern
believe
time.
so. The big winners off of pit road, Curtis Sauber, Tyrone Yo, and Brendan Mathia all picking up some spots there.
Yeah, Tyrone Yo looks like a fuel only for him. Curtis Sauber maybe fuel only as well.
Fuel only, I don't know. Was Tyrone? I don't think he's been down for tires, has he?
I'm showing him being down for a 5.6 second pit stop. He may have come down, Dave, late. I believe he did, because he was caught up in an incident early. I believe he came down just now, may have gotten that damage fixed on his truck. And
We're ready to go back to green.
yeah, he definitely got the damage fixed to the back of it, because he got hit really, really hard there. Or actually, no, he hit Boone really hard, so he got the front of the damage straightened out. As the green flag is in the air, Nathan Christensen gets a great jump. Brendan Mathia moves to the 2nd position, right to the back bumper of the 3, now looking to the outside. They exit the corner. 3 squeezes him a little high. Brendan Mathias to the outside as they head down into 3. Number 7, Travis Rodriguez now working to the outside of Nathan Christensen.
A little bit of contact back in the pack. Tyrone Yo and Chad Snyder.
Where is the 67? He's back in the 5th position here. Chad Snyder back in a hornet's nest down here on the inside. Looks like Beauvair's loose. Gets into the back and clips the 26, putting the 26 into the wall. Loses that front bumper cover. No caution flag. No caution flag. Brendan Mathias is your leader. James Nelson, not sure. Oh, 20 or 16 is around. Pack is around. Caution is out.
That's a big break for Chad Snyder. I don't know if he used a quick repair, but if he's still got one, he's going to need it here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I saw his front bumper cover go across the track there, and then I saw it repaired on track. But we're going to go ahead and take this opportunity to go ahead and pay some bills here on the channel. So we'll be right back with you in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. You will not miss a thing. Thanks for watching right here on SWRN. Be right back.
Back to more racing action right after this. Looking for a safe, effective cleaning system? Look no further. GTech Evolutionary Cleaners and Degreasers, certified by the EPA as a safer choice product. GTech can be used quickly and safely to remove soils and stains from most surfaces. Give them a call at 770-967-6988 or visit them on the web at buygtech.com. GTech, 5346 BBS Way, Brazelton, Georgia. GTech, your one stop for professional, eco-friendly cleaning products. For tailgating activities or just plain backyard fun, look no further than Holio. Made to order cornhole bags and boards. No order is too large or too small. You can choose unfinished or finished with stain and polyurethane, and finished with a vinyl design or your company branding. Don't wait for the season to be over. Contact Holio on Facebook. Holio, made to order cornhole bags and boards. Now back to trackside act of the All-American Racing League.
All right, we are right back here with you like we never left. Brendan Mathias is your leader with Travis Rodriguez in 2nd, Nathan Christensen 3rd, Curtis Saubern 4th, and Benny Campbell in the 5th position. Benny Campbell leading most of Stage 1, ultimately winning Stage 1, but now currently sitting in the 5th spot. We'll see if that truck's able to do anything now that he's back in traffic and no longer has that clean air to deal with. And then you had Brendan Mathias, who was a little bit late entering, gotten really no practice, qualified about 4th or 5th there, I believe, and then was really unable to gain any positions there through Stage 1. But now he's in the clean air, Dave. You think that's going to help any?
Yeah, I think clean air is going to help quite a bit here. As we know, Travis Rodriguez has been quick pretty much all night. Benny Campbell trying to work his way back up to that top spot as well.
I believe we'll make one more circuit around this track before going back to green. Chad Snyder sitting on pit road. Chad's had a pretty tough race thus far tonight. Looks like he's going to go another lap down here. Yeah, we may not get that lap around with Chad after all. Not sure how much damage he's got to get repaired on that truck. But after having to use his fast repair a little bit earlier, you only get one, folks, and having to use that earlier, with this latest damage, getting caught by the 48. In the worst part, you can have contact made, which is, outside your right quarter, turning that nose of the truck straight up into the wall. Really done some damage here, but as the pace cars should dive off this time by, lights are out. Pace car should dive off. We'll get this thing going again. Brendan Mathia will be your leader. Seven Rodriguez is going to be working to that outside, trying to take over that second position, or that lead position. Green flags in the air. A little tire spin out of the 7. Allows the 71 to get a really good jump there.
Yeah, Travis Rodriguez going to try to keep it close here with the 71.
Bovair to the outside of the 3. 3 gets really loose. 67 gets in the back.
The 3's around.
We saw that happen in real time. Oh, Kergelak caught in the middle of that. Caution is out. Caution is out. Oh, it didn't come out. Oh, how did that not come out? There it is. There it is. Yeah, I think iRacing was a little slow on that one. Let's go back and take a look at what happened there. I mean, I saw Christensen really get slowed up. And then the 67 really just didn't expect him to get slowed up like that. Gets into the back right there in that left quarter, spins him around, but then Kergelak, he checks up for him, and Kergelak gets in the back of the 67, and then Kurds gets caught by the 3 as the 3 comes off the wall. Not a whole lot of damage to Kurds' truck, I don't believe. This 3 is definitely going to need to get some repairs made for sure. We're going to follow the leader around here a minute, guys. I'm going to step away. I'll be right back in just a moment. Bear with me there, Dave. I got it on the leaders. Let me back that up to where we can just do a drone cam version there. I'll be right back.
So yeah, definitely looks like Chad Snyder was fortunately able to rejoin the field, although he is 5 laps down. The only other car a lap down would be Nathan Christensen, who is 1 lap down. So next caution, Lucky Dog would more than likely go to Nathan.
Right as the lights are out on the pace car. Should be going green next time by.
Yeah, I was telling the folks at home, Chad Snyder was able to make it back on track. Unfortunately, he is 5 laps down.
All right, so Chad is in it. Well, let's see. Nathan Christensen is also.
Yeah, Nathan is 1 lap down, so he'd need Nathan to get a lucky dog somehow and wave around to get his lap back.
As they head through turns 3 and 4. See, this battle should start heating up here between the 7 and the 71, but you got that 54 of Sauber right there. Closes right in, ready for this restart as the pace car is off. Green flag is out. 71 gets a pretty good jump. 7-8 is able to stay to his outside there. Now, does he elect to drop in line? He will not, as he likes to run that higher line. Closes right to the back of the 71 through corner exit. Gets the 71 just a little bit loose. Starts now, Rodriguez looking to the outside of the 71, heading into 3. Just a quick reminder, folks, we will run this one out to lap 110. End of lap 110 will be the end of stage 2. Brendan Mathia running his fastest lap last time by and the fastest lap of the race at a 30.39. It's a good lap for that 71 in clean air. Really enjoying that. His truck really enjoying that clean air. But Rodriguez ran his fastest lap of the race as well with a 30.53 last time by. Sauber also, I think the top 6 ran their fastest lap this last time by. So it's heating up, Dave. Track's coming to them.
Yeah, track's starting to cool, gaining a little bit of grip.
Yeah, track temperatures are down to 82 degrees, so that's exactly what we're seeing, Dave, is that the track temps are coming down and the speeds are coming up. Ooh, I heard some contact somewhere. Michael Bovair currently running in the 5th position. Now starting to be challenged just a little bit as he's looking to the inside of the 75. I thought the 16 was going to challenge him, but now he's looking to the inside of the 75. Can't make it happen. 16 moves to his outside. Ooh, the 48 gets down and off track just a little bit there, trying to save that thing. Everybody works so
wide.
Jeez. Make me nervous. Why don't you? Brendan
Yeah, it
Mathia.
looked like Bovair kind of came up the track, 75 coming down the track. They just kind of met in the middle.
Yeah, Brendan Mathia now out to some 0.8 of a second over Travis Rodriguez. Rodriguez is currently about 1.6 seconds ahead of this man in the number 54, Curtis Sauber. Our early leader, Benny Campbell, back in the 7th spot, trying to work around Michael Kurgelak, or Kurgelak just getting around him to move Kurgelak up to the 6th spot. 16 a pack, looking to the inside of James Nelson in the 75. Pack is bottom feeding, and it seems to be paying off for him. I mean, even with the momentum 75 has on that outside, getting the run off, Pack able to now almost completed that pass. I spoke a little too soon. Looks like he's going to clear now on exit. Almost. No. 75 able to hang it to the outside quarter.
I'll tell you, the man on the mission right now is Benny Campbell in that number 67 truck.
Ooh.
On a lot of speed here.
The 75 and 41 made contact off the corner. Travis Rodriguez ran a 31.01 to Matthias 31 or 30.89 last time by. Fastest truck on the track last time by was Matthias, and then you have Chad Snyder, who is 5 laps down, but ran a 30.91. Second fastest truck on the track at the moment. So it appears that Snyder did get all the damage fixed. It just unfortunately cost him quite a bit of lap count to do so. That lead's still holding at 0.9 of a second now between Rodriguez and Matthias. Rodriguez really wanting to try to chip into that a little bit if he can, but running about the same lap times as our leader at the moment.
Yeah, we saw this out of Benny Campbell in stage 1. It seemed like the leader right now with that fresh air really has an advantage, able to kind of keep slowly pulling away.
Yeah, speaking of Benny Campbell, he's now worked around to the inside of the 75. 75 going to... 67 was pushing up a little bit. The 75 got a really good run through the corner, and they almost made contact. But now looks like Benny Campbell's going to get him cleared. No, 75 going to work back to that outside. 75, listen, James Nelson is known as the Ryan Newman of our league. One of the hardest guys to pass here on the track. He will drive hard each and every lap to try to hold on to that position, without a doubt. Can make that truck about as wide as they come. Oh, he's down on the apron. Not sure he meant to do that, but he was straddling the rumble strip there for a moment. Okay, something happened here because Rodriguez is now 2 seconds behind our leader. Not sure what happened with Rodriguez, but he was quite a bit slower last time by. We'll see if he gets that straightened back out, but yeah, this time he was only about 0.4 of a second slower, but Brendan Matthias out there in the clean air, really throwing down some quick laps still later on in this run. Almost 30 laps into this run, actually. Thank you once again to everyone watching here on the YouTubes. You're watching the All-American Racing League Truck Series, the GTech 175 at the Milwaukee Mile, right here on the SimWorld Racing Network. It's always a good time here. These guys run a pretty decent league for the Truck Series, and then on Tuesday nights for the Cup Series. And then SimWorld Racing Network also broadcasts the Quick Finishers Racing League on Friday nights. Always a good time. A lot of the same people between these two leagues. You know, we've kind of joined the two of them together to make some pretty darn good racing, if you ask me. And now that we're getting down to playoff times, we are in the playoffs here in the trucks. This is the first race of the round of 10, first round of the playoffs. Getting closer and closer in the Cup Series for the All-American Racing League and for the Quick Finishers Racing League. Long seasons, as we are following all the NASCAR regulated seasons. Now, as you can tell, the Truck Series is running the identical laps and stages that are run in the NASCAR Truck Series. But our Cup Series for All-American Racing League is 60%, as well as the Quick Finisher Racing League being at 60% length as well. We do have some races that run the full length. I think the Daytona 500 was one. We're going to have Bristol coming up before too long. That'll also be another that'll be full length. They did Indy and Quick Finishers Racing League. Was a full length 400 miler. That was a good time. You can go back and check out all of those replays right here on the channel. You just go into either the playlist for those or into the live section, and you can rewatch any of those races. Again, there's some good action. Check that stuff out. Be sure and give a thumbs up. It's free, man. Best thing you can do for free. Hit that thumbs up button. Share it with your friends if you want to. Whatever the case may be. But here we have a battle for the third position as Michael Kerjelak is making his way back up through the field here. After getting caught up in some stuff just a bit ago, he's ran down this 54 now. And he has the 67 of Benny Campbell in tow. Benny currently back up to the 5th position. Kurds was the fastest. This 41 truck was the fastest truck on track last time by. And he's looking to show that to the 54 now as he's now to the inside, working through 3 and 4.
And you got Benny Campbell right behind these two, chomping at the bit to get an opportunity to try to follow Kurgelak through.
And so Kurds is going to get the 54 cleared, but doesn't elect to move up. Now the 54 looking back to his outside as they head down the backstretch and into 3. Okay, now Kurds going to slip up and shut that door on the 54. Now the 67 also going to try to get around the 54s. He's now to the inside. He may look to get a 2 for here and try to get on around Kurds. Now Kurds slams the door shut as they head down into 1. Brendan Mathia is your leader. He's out to 4 seconds over Travis Juggles Rodriguez. Rodriguez in second place, holding about 2.1 seconds over this battle with Michael Kurgelak, Benny Campbell, and Curtis Auburn. Kenneth Pack is 6th. James Nelson 7th. 8th is Michael Boone with Michael Bovair 9th. Tyrone Yo holding on to that 10th position. And then Nathan Christensen, the first truck, 1 lap down. And then we have Chad Snyder, the tail of the field, currently in 12th, 5 laps down. Really wanting to see some more of those cautions that we saw early on come out for Chad is what he would like to see. Try to get some of these laps back. The laps are winding down in this race. We're coming to just crossing to start lap 94 of 175. Here in the GTech 175, GTech Evolutionary Cleaners and Degreasers. Check them out at buyGTech.com. Look, they are the safest cleaners on the planet, and you can clean just about anything with them. You can clean greasy tools. You can throw a little bit in your laundry if you got those tough stains you need to get rid of. To cleaning your countertops. Whatever you need to clean with them, you can clean. They are a safe product, and they have the stamps and the approvals by the folks in charge of all that good stuff to prove it. So go check them out, buyGTech.com. As always, we never want to forget our series sponsor. You know a little bit about them, don't you, Dave?
Yeah, Callahan Cox Motorsports, series sponsor. We definitely appreciate all that they do.
Absolutely. They do a lot of racing up in the Maine area, driving that 08 Chevy Camaro. Trying to get it done. Callahan Cox trying to get it done each and every week. Saturday night. Having a little bit of mechanical problems, having to work through some different things. And that racing stuff's tough, man. From the engineering of working on these cars and getting them everything up to spec the way it needs to be, to just keeping stuff working, and then to have someone else have trouble in front of you, and kind of ruin some things on your day can cause problems too. So racing is just a tough deal. It's much easier here on the sim than it is in the real world. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, a lot less stressful here in the sim.
I mean, it's a lot less stressful on your pocketbook too, I imagine.
Yeah, that too.
Brendan Mathia holding on to a 5.3 second lead, 5.4 seconds now over Travis Rodriguez. A guy who wasn't sure he was going to make the race tonight due to timing constraints and things going on, able to get in at the last moment to take a couple qualifying laps, and now out here leading as we're getting closer and closer to lap 100. These laps are ticking down quickly here at the Milwaukee Mile. Travis Rodriguez in second place. I think he's been in second place nearly all night long, Dave.
Yeah, I think he's kind of been trapped right there in second. But we got a battle brewing between Benny Campbell and the 41 of Michael Kurgelak here for the third position.
67 looking to the inside of the 41. Trying to be able to use that rumble strip a little bit. Now he's going to be able to clear. Does he slide up? He does. 41 gets right to the back bumper. Going to see if he tries to work on him down here into 3. Can't make it happen as the 67 just carrying a little bit more speed here later on. He drifts up the track just a bit. 41 now going to try to look to the inside on the exit of 4. You got the 54 and the 75. These guys made contact earlier. That did not work out well for the 54. So 75 gave him a good shot to the rear, just kind of sends him spinning around there. But 75 trying to run him down again for that 6th spot. Michael Kurgelak able to hold off, or get back around Benny Campbell, should I say. Benny's now going to try to look back to the inside. Nothing happening there as they head down the front stretch into 1. Go back to this Curtis Sauber deal. Now the 75 getting a really good run off the corner as they head down the backstretch. Closes in within a couple of truck links. Now going to try to look to the inside of the 54 as they head down into 3. Really drives it in hard. Makes contact with the 54. Oh, my Lanta. Woo. 75 definitely backed off of it after that. I think he's like, you know what? I wrecked this guy again. It's gonna get serious. It's gonna get a little personal. So choosing not to lose that friendship there as the 5's now working on the 75. Nothing going right there. So we go jump back up to this battle between the 41 and 67. 67 trying to look back to the inside of the 41 of Kurds. As Kurds runs hot, 67 loose. That's going to allow the 41 to keep that position and pull on away. Now the 16's back to the rear bumper of the 67 of Benny Campbell. But these guys are running down Travis Rodriguez. Rodriguez is following some 6.6 seconds back of Brendan Mathia, who's leading this thing. It's good to be the leader, but you know, when you're leading by this much, you tend to get a little less camera time. So if you watch this replay later on, Brendan, maybe hold it a little closer to the guys behind you, man. We'll be able to talk about you a little more. But he is some 6.8 seconds now ahead of Rodriguez and just continues to run faster laps than everyone else in the field behind him. So pulling away at the moment. Rodriguez has the trio of Kurgelak, Campbell, and Pack running him down. So they're within 4 to 5, maybe 6 car lengths of this 7 truck now, with 5 laps to go in the stage. 7 hits the wall, gets a little piece of it there. 67 looking to the inside of the 41. Rodriguez looking in his mirrors like, you guys keep racing for 5 more laps so that I can hold on to this second place spot to restart stage 2, or at least come down pit road that way. But yeah, move Campbell to 3rd spot. $16 a pack now trying to work over the 41 here. Now looks to the inside, 16 to the inside, 41 on the outside.
Ooh, tight down there.
Really tight. So I was watching something with Benny Campbell, and I think Kurgelak was watching it too. Benny was straddling that seam like we were talking about earlier, and you can see him do it right there. He straddles the seam through the first part of the corner and then brings it down to the exit. I think Kurgelak was watching that and tried to do the same thing there a couple laps ago, and that's why we saw the 16 was to his inside and the 41 was straddling it. It made it look like the 41 was really pinching him down in the center, but this battle still continues for this position. The 16 is still to the inside, 41 still to the outside. The 16 stays high, not allowing the 41 to get down on that seam. Doing that same thing. Again, straddling that. It seems to be some speed there, Dave. That's what I'm seeing out of these drivers.
Yeah, because just looking at lap times, I mean, Benny Campbell, pretty much the fastest truck on the track the last couple times around. So whatever he's doing is working.
And he is right to the rear bumper of this 7 machine of Rodriguez. Now looking to his inside as they head down into 3. But he moves it all the way down to the white line. This time elected not to use that seam, giving plenty of room to Rodriguez on the outside as he is loose off the corner. But, man, he's been driving this truck, getting all he can out of it all night. As they're racing, got 1 more lap to go. They're going to come to the final lap of stage 2 here next time by. We'll start the final lap, lap 110. Rodriguez not wanting to give up that second spot. Kenneth Pack able to finally get around Kurgelak. It looks like Benny Campbell's going to get around the 7 of Rodriguez to take over second spot. Benny Campbell gets up in that fresh air, and this may be trouble for Mathia. As we saw how quick Benny was in that first stage.
Yeah, so working down, this is the final lap of stage number 2.
The man getting the most points will be that number 71 truck is your stage 2 winner. Give that to Brenda Mathia. Benny Campbell comes around to take second position with Rodriguez in third. Fourth will be the 16 of Kenneth Pack. Fifth will be Michael Kerslak. Sixth, Curtis Sarban. James Nelson, seventh. Eighth to Michael Boone. Ninth will go to Michael Bovair. And Tyrone Yo gets that final point in stage 2.
Yeah, so Nathan Christensen will be your lucky dog. That'll put Nathan back on the lead lap.
Yeah, and we're going to do this anyway. Dave, after they come down the pit road there, we'll try to get a ride along with Chad Snyder. We know he is running currently 5 laps down, but he will be the only truck a lap or more down after Christensen gets his lap back here. So if any quick cautions come out, he will start getting laps back. But we'll try to get a ride along with Chad Snyder so he can explain what they're feeling out there tonight. We know he's probably feeling some disgust as fast a truck as he's had, but had some issues early on. Got that truck fixed. It seems to be really quick now. As we see all the leaders peeling off of the track and heading down pit road. I say all of them. Okay, there comes Bovair. And the number 2 machine of Yo. Let's see if that number 1 pick box helps the 67. If he gets out ahead of the 71... 71's down and pulling out now. 67's down. Oh, maybe Rodriguez is going to be the leader. Rodriguez wins the battle off pit road.
Yeah, it looked like the 71 had to check up real quick, like he was on the verge of getting a speeding penalty. He had to check up. Gave that little bit of advantage to the 7. And now he's not too sure. Yeah, it looks like the 7.
Yeah, I believe it was definitely the 7 at the line. It's a very narrow entrance and exit to this pit road. And they were coming off there, too wide. I just don't know how much room there is to really get off there. That may be another reason that the 71 checked up. But that's going to give control of the restart. Well, I don't know if they're going on the flag or not, but it's still going to put Rodriguez down on that low line restarting. He's restarted second position all night long. I believe this is the first laps. Well, he may have gotten out to the lead a little bit earlier for a lap or two, but first time he's restarted on that inside line in the lead position.
Yeah, we'll wait for Chad Snyder to finish up his pit stop here, and we'll try to pull him in, at least get a lap around with Chad.
Chad sporting the Blues race designs. Resurrection Detail Toyota. Maybe getting a little bit more of that damage fixed, but like I say, his truck's been fast. Let's see if we can get him, Dave.
Yeah, see if I can grab him. I'll wait for him to get off pit road completely here. Hey, Chad, Dave and the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you guys doing?
Oh, not too bad. I know, unfortunately, it's not the race you were hoping for here, but nonetheless, we still wanted to get you in here to get a lap around with you once we get back to green.
I'll do my best here. I've kind of got a broken truck, so I'm not sure how much I can talk. But yeah, it has not been the race I was hoping for. Unfortunately, it's been a race I've been used to because this seems to happen every week. But we'll do what we can here.
Well, Chad, listen, your truck's been really quick. Even on even with a broken truck, it's still been pretty quick on the timing, at least from what we've been able to see. So yeah, if you can just give the folks at home kind of a feel, we'll ride around with you a couple laps here. Just is the track slick? Is that what's going on out here?
No, honestly, it's not slick, and I don't want to be that guy. But if I was out here by myself, I'd have been fine. Let me just say that.
Understood. Understood. All right, we'll let you go at it, man, as you get ready to go through the gears here.
All right, I'll try to get in here. It's really slick if you try to get in here too hot on that first restart. It's real easy to overrun it, but want to make sure you're pointed as straight as possible to get off that turn so you can get your throttle down without spinning it out. And just kind of manage your brake input here, because you want to keep slowing it down and keep slowing it down until it actually will turn back to the left. So, and then you don't want to get too happy there. Oh my goodness.
Nice miss there, Chad.
Great miss,
Oh, man,
Chad.
I needed that. I need about 4 more of those, and we'll be in a much better mood here.
Yes, sir. Well, wait, we'll hang with you here just a minute there, Chad, because yeah, now that you're in a safer predicament, wow, what a great miss there, man, to avoid that. We're going to jump back with the replay real quick, and then we'll let you talk about it. You can keep talking about the track if you want to.
Yeah, the track's really not been too bad. It's just, you know, and I'm pretty frustrated with things that have been going on, but it's racing, it happens, and just been on the bad side of a couple moves that have been made out here tonight. You know, the one thing that I did to myself was when I was trying to pass Juggles in stage 1 and got out of shape and caused that first caution. I really didn't need that, because we had a really fast truck there in the beginning. I'm not sure we had anything for Benny, but I was definitely faster than Juggles there for a minute. But yeah, hopefully we can get a few more of these and get back in the.
Yeah, absolutely. And the wreck folks that we were seeing there, we saw the 16 get sideways, just kind of get sideways on his own there. And some of these other trucks, I think the 54, unable to miss it. Boone, unable to miss it. It looks like the 48 of Bovair, unable to miss it. The 3 gets into the 54. The 5 of Boone gets part of it. It's a little craziness there behind you. Or actually, I guess it was in front of you at the time, Chad. But great move to miss that whole thing, man.
Yeah, I mean, just I can't take much credit for it. All I could think to do was just open the wheel up and try to go around the outside of them, and lucky enough, there was nobody there. But yeah, man, and you guys know me well enough to know the last thing I ever preach is to be aggressive, but I really need them to keep being aggressive like that. Like I said, about 4 more times, and then they can settle down.
Yeah, the good news here is that it looks like some of the drivers that were a part of that are going to be staying on the lead lap. So that's good news for you if this continues to have a little mayhem in the final. It looks like we're going to have about 55 laps here to go.
Yeah, I mean, I've pretty much counted myself out of this thing before, and I mean, I still have a realistic view of it. If we can get back to it, then that'd be great. But just I'm out here to try. I mean, basically to hope there's a couple big wrecks to take some green spoilers out of this thing, because right now I started 5 points behind the cut line, and this is not going to help as we run right now, so I need some help.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we did note that you did get some stage points there earlier on, so that's a good help in the current position that you're in. But yeah, you're absolutely right. We understand that. Listen, we're going to be quiet and let you go with it again, get started, and then we'll just send you back, bud.
All right, guys, I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys doing the broadcast. You always do a great job. Hopefully we can get back into this thing and give you guys a show.
Yeah, man. Well, thanks for doing this for us, even though I know it's not the best of circumstances here. We do appreciate you coming in and letting the folks at home kind of get a ride along from your helmet cam and see what it is that you drivers go through. And they really got a show on that last restart, so we're going to stick with you a couple laps here as well.
It sounds good. I'll try to give them something good to look at.
If you're just joining us, we're riding along with Chad Snyder. We have Chad Snyder here in the booth with us, getting an exclusive interview from behind the wheel of the numbers 26 Toyota Blues Race Designs Resurrection Detail Toyota. We'll show you the beautiful paint scheme on that thing here in just a little bit. But Chad not having the best of his races tonight, but still out here and able to give us a great view of what's going on. We appreciate that with him. So we're going to shut up and let him get started here and let you guys see the show from behind the wheel. All right, Chad, thank you much. We're going to send you back. Thanks, bud.
Yes, sir.
All right, that was the sights and sounds from the helmet cam of the number 26 Resurrection Detail Blues Race Designs Toyota of Chad Snyder. We appreciate Chad doing that for us. Travis Rodriguez is your leader, currently out by a couple of truck lengths over the 71 of Mathia. Kurgelak is in third. That number 41 truck with Benny Campbell fourth and James Nelson up to the fifth position. Mathia closes right into the back bumper of the 7. Now going to try to look to his inside as they exit turn 2. He's going to have that advantage to the inside on... No, it looks like the 7 able to pull him on the outside. Drives it in really hard. Gets a push there. Has to check up. Now the 71 to the inside. Going to clear the 7 back to the start-finish line. Brendan Mathia back to the lead. Now move the 41 of Kurgelak as he powers by the 7. Move Kurgelak to second. See if he can get up here and do anything with that 71 of Mathia. Don't look now. Benny Campbell sneaking back into this picture, trying to work around the inside of the 7 of Rodriguez. Clears Rodriguez, now sets his sights on the 41 of Kurgelak. Brendan Mathia starting to pull away now, some 0.8 of a second out ahead of Michael Kurgelak, who's now in. So was the 67 and 7 make a little bit of contact on the entry to 1. Kurd slowly starting to chip away at this lead. He's got it down to 0.7 of a second now. So he's got it gained a 10th over or on Mathia. Trying to close it on in. Michael Kurgelak with one win here in the All-American Racing League Truck Series, wanting to make it 2 now. Especially one here in the playoffs, which would lock him in, make him for sure locked into the next round, at least the round of 8 there, and carry some bonus points on through the playoffs.
Yeah, Kurgelak definitely cutting into that lead ever so slightly here, down to 0.6 of a second.
Kenneth Pack closing in on the 75 of James Nelson. Kenneth wanting to try to take over the 5th spot here. Kenneth's got a little bit of damage to his inside. He's had some scrapes with somebody there being on his left side of his truck. It's definitely not the wall. He's now looking to the inside of the 75. Rodriguez loses a... Oh, wait. He already lost that position.
Yellow's out. Looks like Michael Bover crashed.
We just saw Bover. Just tuned away from him. Let's go see what happened with Bover there to bring out the caution here with 45 laps to go in the GTech 175 here at the Milwaukee Mile. Let's keep our eye on this 48 truck right in front of the 5 of Michael Boone here. He just gets loose off the corner. Slides her sideways, able to lock him down and stay out of the wall. He didn't hit anything there, so good on Bover to avoid any damage to his truck. May have flat spotted those tires just a bit. Chad Snyder will be the lucky dog here, so he'll get another one of those laps back he's been looking to get back. That'll put him back to, I believe, 3 laps down. So this is where it gets tricky, Dave. You've got 44 laps to go here in the race. I'm coming to pit road. If I've got the tires, if I've got a couple of sets, I'm definitely coming.
Yeah, I think it depends on how many sets of tires you have. Some guys are going to have 2, some will have 1. But yeah, if you get a couple sets, I think you come on down.
71's down. 41 stays out. 67 comes down. So I'm not sure. Do you have a pit counter up, Dave? How many times has
let's
Kerjelak been
see.
down?
Kerjelak.
And
We'll find him
Nelson.
here. Oh, hold on. Everything's jumping around. Kerjelak has been on 3 times.
So he's still got a couple sets of tires left, as they have 5 sets of tires to start this race.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah, I was looking at like someone like Chad Snyder. I believe he had 1 set of tires left. He's been on pit road 4 times.
Now, that doesn't mean he's taking tires every time, though.
I do know he had 1 set left.
Okay.
So he's going to choose to obviously save that. Maybe hope for a few more cautions here and get him back on the lead lap.
Your leader will now be the 41, Michael Kerjelak, followed with James Nelson and Nathan Christensen. That moves Brendan Mathia back to the 4th position, no longer in that clean air again. And he struggled earlier with not being in clean air. And I mean struggled, he was running 3rd. But unable to really run down like the 67 and the 7 earlier on when he was caught back in that traffic. Of course, also had a lack of practice, therefore may not have figured out what the best line was yet. So we'll have to see what the 71 can do here now that he's mired back into 4th position.
I'm going to step away for just a few minutes. I'll be back.
Certainly. You're watching the SimWorld Racing Network. This is the All-American Racing League Truck Series, the GTech 175 at the Milwaukee Mile. Check out the GTech cleaning, evolutionary cleaners and degreasers at buygtech.com. That's buygtech.com. Been a very eventful race thus far. So we're working our 9th caution. 2 of those were for the stage breaks, but we had a rash of cautions there in stage 2, I believe it was. Pretty clean stage 1, but a rash of cautions there through stage 2. Had a couple here in the final stage since lap 111. Lights are out on the pace car, so we're going to go green next time by. As for Chad Snyder, he would like to see a couple more of these cautions come down to put himself back on the lead lap and get back in this thing. But good on Chad getting the repairs done that he needed done and staying in this race. As he knows what's on the line, as we are, this is the first race of the playoffs, the round of 10. Now, it'd have to have a decent finish here and then have a decent finish in Bristol not next week. I think we have 2 weeks off, and then we'll come back to Bristol. Truck Series has a lot of breaks because their schedule's a little shorter, but to keep it in line with the Cup Series, to kind of have championship weekend around the same time, they do have a lot of time off, as the pace car should dive off this time by. Green flag is in the air. Michael Kerjelak gets a good little jump as the 75 is getting a push by the 71 down the back stretch on the outside, or the front stretch on the outside. 2 is around. 2 of Tyrone Yo is around. Caution is out. Caution is out. Caution is out. Chad Snyder is smiling. As long as he didn't make any contact in that incident, we're going to go back and take a look. As long as he didn't make any contact, he will be the lucky dog there. So it looks like Benny Campbell right there behind the 60, or behind the 2. The 2, just gets in hot and gets in the back of Rodriguez. I don't think the 67 made any contact around that caution. I mean, I'm just not 67, but the 26. So that would give Chad Snyder another lap back. Cautions breed cautions, folks. And that's what we saw right there. The 2 was not ready for the checkup by Rodriguez and just runs into the back of him. By doing so, he checks up and gets run into the back of by the 67 of Campbell, just spinning the 2 out. So not really what Tyrone Yo wants either. You know, sitting back in 11th position. He is 10th on the points grid. So came into this race currently, I think 7 points out. Let me verify that. Came into this event 7 points below the cut line, and currently in the 11th position. really needing to have a good day today, but still managing to stay on the lead lap thus far. He's 2 points behind Chad Snyder coming in, so depending on how the stage points worked out, he could gain on Chad Snyder unless Chad's able to finally get back on the lead lap. Still too early to tell. We'll know in a couple of weeks what the points are going to look like as they get tallied up at the conclusion of this race. Oh, as Michael Kerjelak and the 3 both come down pit road, that's going to turn the lead over to James Nelson and put Brendan Mathia back on that front row. As we're getting closer here, folks, we're going to restart with about 35 laps to go, 36, somewhere in that area. Nelson currently at a tire disadvantage to Mathia and Rodriguez and the guys behind him as he was last in. Nelson was last in for tires on lap 112. And Mathia was in on 131. So you have right at 20 laps difference on the tires. And, we noted early on, after about 20 laps, they were about 3/4 of a second tire fall off. So now some of this has been under the caution. So the tire fall off may not be as bad for Nelson at the moment. It may not quite be that much, but they're going to stack them back up here. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going to go green this next time by. 75 of James Nelson and the AutoServe Chevrolet will be your leader, or is your leader, with Brendan Mathia to his outside.
Yeah, so James Nelson with a big disadvantage on tires here, starting on the front row.
Yeah, he's almost going to need to. I mean, a lot of these laps have been under the caution flags, though, Dave, since the stage break there. So it's not going to be as bad here at the first, but he's really going to want to get a good jump here if he can to kind of get away from the 71 or try to get the 7 to get a good jump as well. You want the 7 to get alongside the 71 would be the best thing. But the 71's good on these restarts, too, so... Oh, 71 may have got a little earlier start than the 75. He's going to give that back. He swings way wide. The 71 swings way wide to give that position back. The 75 still holds on to the lead. 71 going to battle back on the outside. Going to take that lead on the exit of 2. Seven of Rodriguez really driving in hard on the outside, trying to get to the outside of this 75. Can't quite get it done. Kenneth Pack running in the 4th position. And then number 16, Prisma Health Chevrolet. Followed by Beauvais and the 67 to the inside of Beauvais in the 48. 67's been quick all night. Going to try to take that position away. Curtis Saubern, haven't talked about him in a little bit, but he's getting back into this thing here. Running now right behind Beauvais, but the 41 of Kerjelak on the freshest tires, making some moves here early on in this run. Trying to get the good out of these tires while he can. Back up already to the 6th position. It's only about 6 laps difference on the tires there for the 41, but probably will pay more dividends later on. But we know the 41's just been flat out fast all night as well. So he's now looking to the inside of the 7 of Rodriguez for that 5th position. Rodriguez appearing to be struggling on this outside line, Dave. It doesn't seem to be working as well as it was early on in the race.
Yeah, a few laps ago, there was a big block by James Nelson that could have been really bad. Juggles Travis Rodriguez had to back out of it and lost a couple spots there.
Now the 67 trying to 7 into the wall. 67 trying to look to the inside of the 75 of Nelson. We mentioned how hard it is to get by this 75 a lot of times, and I think that's what you were seeing there in the block by the 75. Now the 67's able to get around. The 41's able to get around the 75. Now the 7 of Rodriguez is going to try to get around him. 75, again, driving in really hard on that outside. Can't be good on that right front tire. Seven to Rodriguez, battling inside, going down into turn 1. Michael Kurgelak now trying to look on the inside of Benny Campbell. Can't quite get there. Falls back in line. But your leader, Mathia, out to almost 2 seconds again. He's stretching his legs once again with 30 laps to go here in the GTech 175. Rodriguez falling back some. Now the 3, he just couldn't get around the 75. Now the 3 of Nathan Christensen on fresher tires, trying to look to the outside of Rodriguez. Oh, Rodriguez washing up the track just a little bit. 3 gives way now into the back bumper. Just kind of may have given him a shot there. Couldn't really tell from that view. Now Michael Boone looking to the inside. No, was that Sauber? That's Sauber looking to the inside of the 3 of Christensen. Can't quite get there. Rodriguez finally clearing the 75 of Nelson. Nelson going to look back to the inside of Rodriguez on the exit of 4. Rodriguez very loose, but able to carry that momentum off 4. 75 going to drive it in deep on those older tires. That's not going to work a whole lot, as those tires are going to start to give up more and more as this goes on.
Oh, the 3 is around.
Oh,
Yellow is out.
Oh, the 2 looked like he got a piece of something there. We're going to go see what happened. Looks like I'm showing Curtis Sauber had an issue first. We'll get back and check that one out first. See what happened with Sauber. Just a 54 here to see what goes on. So there's the 3 just in front of him. Sauber gets right in and just drills the back of the 3. So the 54 just miscalculated what the 3 was doing there and just ran over him. Chad Snyder, I believe, got into this. I'm showing he crashed as well. Tyrone Yo, I show he crashed. Let's take a look at that. And then we'll see what happened. See if Chad Snyder did get a piece of that. So I think I saw the 2 get into this. Okay, he checks up. Yeah, he just like stopped on track because the caution flag came out, and the 26 just runs him over. Unfortunate for the 26, so he will not get a lap back, I don't believe. Now, that was after the caution flag, so I don't know how iRacing will score that. They may...
I mean, Chad can also stay out and get the wave around if he chooses.
Well, if everyone pits.
Everyone should have been in, I would have thought, but...
Did not see that happen. But I still don't know that was after the yellow was already out, so I don't know if they consider Snyder being a part of that. We'll just have to see if he gets another lap back here. Because, I mean, it was way after it. It's like the yellow's out, and it looks like they were kind of catching up to the field, and then all of a sudden the 2 just, like, almost stops. We'll go back and look at it again. As we did have some drivers come down pit road. Let's go back and see what happened with Tyrone once again. So we see Tyrone here as they're heading down into the corner. I believe the yellow is out. He just like really slows down here. The 26 wasn't expecting it and just runs right into the back of him. I'm showing Tyrone Yo crashing again. This is after the caution. All right. Oh, no. He comes around trying to get to pit road, and the 54 is stopped at the entrance to pit road. Interesting. Michael Kurgelak is back to being your leader again, and he's on fresh tires. Lap 137 was the last time he was in. and he was in on lap 137. And it's now lap 149 when these guys pitted behind him. But the freshest tires behind him is Kenneth Pack in that 5th position.
Yeah, and I mean, we're going to come in, just about 20 laps to go. And we know clean air means a lot here tonight. So this could be the race right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Most definitely could be. As the lights are out on the pace car here, we're going to restart, like you say, with 23 to go. Maybe a good move. You've still got James Nelson out there on those old tires. It really wasn't, I mean, it paid off for him. It kept him up toward the front, but I'm not sure why he didn't come in this last time. Unless he's just out of tires. It could be that Nelson's out of tires.
It shows James has been down pit road twice.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know. I probably would have taken tires because he was falling back. But you got Bovair sitting in 3rd, Nathan Christensen in 4th. Pace car is off. Michael Kerjelak, get this thing going. Gets a great jump. Now the 48 of Bovair going to get alongside the 75. James Nelson and Michael Bovair battling for that 2nd position. Bovair to the inside, 75 to the outside. Nathan Christensen trying to be a part of this battle. You got the 16 of Pack coming on fresher tires there, looking to see how he can get around these guys. 3 wide, 67 in the middle there. Now clears the 3. Now it's contact between Brendan Mathias and the 3 of Christensen. They get it all squared away. Nobody wrecks. Still 2 and 3 wide as we go back through the field. Brendan Mathias struggling back here in the pack, but a lot of that, having to do with just
Kenneth Pack around. That's going to bring out a yellow, and it does.
As the 7 and the 16 are both around there on the back stretch, or I'm sorry, in turns 3 and 4. See what we can see from our blimp. All right, let's watch the 16 and the 7 here. Oh, did the 7 get a hold of him there? Yeah, it looks like the 7 wasn't expecting the checkup like that, or, the braking at that particular point, and was trying to go to his outside and just barely clips the right rear bumper, the right side of the rear bumper of the bumper there, turning them both around. I mean, Kerjelak's enjoying this, right? Because this is less time he has to do it under the green. James Nelson going to go ahead and bring that truck in to get some fresh tires on it. Kenneth Pack is in, likely to get some damage, maybe put another set of tires on that thing. This puts Mathia in the 3rd position, who I just mentioned he was struggling there a little bit. Now some of these guys having some issues, or maybe 4th position. Bovair is going to be in 3rd. It's hard to tell right now. We only had
Brendan in 4th.
Okay. But it's going to be less than 20 laps to go in the GTech 175 at the Milwaukee Mile. Chad Snyder still sitting 2 laps down here. Was able to get one of his laps back now, so he's back to 2 laps now. So apparently, because of the contact on the last caution, he did not get a lap back then. But he just keeps getting ever so closer to being back in the battle for position, right? But time is running out. I think
all that Chad needs to do is just kind of hang back there, stay out of the way, not be in the thick of things. If there's a yellow, he can avoid it, get another lap back. I think we're going to have some more cautions here before the end of this race.
Yeah, I believe so. The aggression level is about to go skyrocketing. is we've got the 67 now back up on the front row. We know how fast he was in stage one. You got Michael Kurgelak, who has battled up and down through this field all night long, leading the thing. You got the 71, who has led quite a bit of this race as well throughout stage two and this final stage. You've got the 7 Rodriguez back in 10th, but now sitting on, well, actually he didn't come down and get fresh tires, did he? No, he did not. So, yeah, I mean, he's got a fast truck, going to be working his way through. You've got James Nelson just came down, and Kenneth Pack, both fast trucks and on the freshest tires of anyone on track at the moment. So, yeah, cautions aplenty, Dave.
Yeah, we're getting down to the end of it. Aggression is up. Everybody's going to want to go for every little spot they can get. So I expect to see, 2, maybe 3 more cautions before we're done.
Yep, lights are out on the pace car. Dave, if you'll bring us to the green in the first couple laps, I'll be right back with you.
Work their way off of turn number 4. Pace car should make that left-hand turn, and he does. Into the restart zone. Good jump for the 41 of Kurds. Brendan Mathia now going to take a peek underneath the 67. Move the 71 to second as the 67 going to try to battle back on the outside. Gets a little loose. Going to give that second position to Brendan Mathia. Up 4, kind of single file here, working it out. Brendan Mathia is going to take a look to the outside of the 41.
Got the 67 right there in tow. 71 still to the outside of Kurgelak. Looks like Kurds can't quite get him cleared. Now running that seam. Looks like he may clear the no, still doesn't get the 71 cleared. 71 able to hang right there on that right rear quarter. Makes it very difficult to use the parts of the track that you need. Oh, 41 pushes a little high there. 71 able to get alongside now. Oh, 67 sideways off the corner. Really driving that
3's
thing.
around, 5's around. Big wreck at the back of the pack here.
Oh,
2's involved. The
big
75.
damage to the 5 of Boone.
Like the 3 and the 5 got together.
Yeah, so I see the 5 right there to the rear. Okay, now, the 3 just gets loose off the corner, and the 5 had nowhere to go. The 2 has nowhere to go, right into the side of the 3. There's parts and pieces flying all over the track. Yeah, we'll take a look at that again. The 5 closes in and avoids hitting the 3 there, but the 3 just gets loose on the exit right there. And the 5 just didn't expect it and gets right up into the side of him. And then the 2 just had nowhere to go.
So once again, the happiest man in town is Chad Snyder. He's going to get back to just 1 lap down. He's been fighting this race all night long.
I think, even if he finishes, he's already gained a spot now over Nathan Christensen. He's moved into the 11th spot on the scoring. So that's points that he was trying to get, more points over a truck that's in the playoffs.
And I think Nathan Christensen is out of fast repairs, so that's going to put him probably behind Chad Snyder on the lap count. So that's good news for Chad there as well. He just won't have anyone to have to race, I don't believe.
We've also got James Nelson sitting on pit road. Not sure if he got a big piece of that or not, but he looks like he's going to get away. So he did not go a lap down there. Okay, just getting some damage repaired there on that 75 machine. Chad Snyder in.
Yeah, I would assume Chad's going to come down and take his last set of tires. That'll get him to the end.
We are inside. We're going to restart about 10 laps to go here. Brendan Mathia is your leader with Michael Kurgelak in second, Benny Campbell third, Michael Bovair fourth, and Curtis Sauber rounding out your top five. Michael Boone maybe got a penalty there. I'm not sure. Maybe just working on that damage because he's got still has a lot. I mean, the whole front clip is missing on the front of that 5 machine. They're going to call him to the hauler after the race. Aerodynamic advantage on the 5. Oh, wait, no. Cooling advantage on the 5. Definitely not aerodynamic advantage. So now we're showing, so Matthias choosing the outside lane on this restart, where his truck has seemed to work better on the outside, especially early on. Lights are out on the pace car. Should see it dive down pit road this time by. So we're going to be coming to 10 to go in the GTech 175. Here we go, folks. Oh, big stack up behind. Looks like the 7 is really going to pay the price on that one. As now the 41's to the inside of the 71 of Mathia. 71 with a big run off the exit, able to clear the 41. Brendan able to hold on to that lead. $16 a pack, working around the inside of Michael Bovair. Michael Boone is coming down pit road. That truck's just not wanting to go very well with that front clip missing. 9 laps to go for Brendan Mathia in the number 71 to try to get his 7th win on the season. First win of the playoffs. Lock himself in to the playoffs for next week. As long as he makes the race next week, would be in, regardless of his finish. The rule is, with the playoffs, you can take no provisionals. So if you take a provisional, you must get in on points. So you must at least start every race in the playoffs, or at least the round, in order to continue on with a win. Otherwise, you have to make it in on points. And I know that sounded really confusing the way I said it, but Chad Snyder able to move up to 10th position as Michael Boone is still on pit road. This just goes to show you, folks at home, staying in the race. Chad Snyder was 5 laps down at one point and really struggling to be outside the top 10 in points, knowing that he needed to make points over guys that are in the playoffs. And by sticking it out, he has gained position over 2 playoff contenders. So very smart move by Snyder to kind of cool his jets and stay in this thing. Tyrone Yo drifting back on the inside as James Nelson's able to get up and around him. Now he's looking back to the inside of Nelson. As we see the 26 of Snyder all kind of sideways there. But Brendan Mathia out to 0.6 of a second over Michael Kurgelak and Benny Campbell. James Nelson still battling side by side with Tyrone Yo. Still door to door for the 8th position. Curtis Auburn getting passed by Travis Rodriguez. Now Rodriguez working on the 48. Move Rodriguez up to 5th. Bovair trying to work back around him to reclaim that 5th position. Rodriguez carrying the momentum on exit. Will he be able to clear it? He clears the 48. Now Sauburn looking to the outside of the 48. It's 48 down on the rumble strip, trying to use these. These guys keep doing that. I'm wondering if there's an advantage to it or something that I'm just not aware of, because
I think the 48 had all 4 tires below the rumble strip on that one.
You may have. So with 4 laps to go, we're coming to 3 to go for the 71 of Brendan Mathia, who has 1.6 second lead over Michael Kerjelak. This battle for second heating up. Michael Kerjelak and the 67 of Benny Campbell. And then you have Kenneth Pack back here in 4th position. Podium Pack pushing for another podium. Say that 3 times really fast, Dave.
Yeah, this time by it's going to be 2 laps to go.
Battle heating up for second. It's the 67 of Campbell trying to look to the outside of the 41. Gets a nose just to the outside quarter. Can't quite get there. 41 able to hold him off. Nose to tail for the 2nd to 4th. Oh, it's 41 sideways. Makes contact with the 67. 67 back up the track. 16 doesn't know where the hell to go. Final lap.
1 lap to go.
Brendan Mathia is your leader. He's going to run this lap out. If he can make it around without incident, will be the winner. But the battle for second is still heating up. Kerjelak has it. 16 of Pack. Pack now looking for second position. Not in the playoffs, but doesn't stop Pac-Man from going for it. As he looks to the inside of the 41. Heading on the 71, crosses the finish line. Brendan Mathia is your winner. Second place goes to Michael Kerjelak. Third is Kenneth Pack. Travis Rodriguez gets around. Oh, Benny Campbell just crosses the line backwards. Oh, my Lenta.
Benny Campbell lost 4 positions there, sliding backwards.
Going to see what happened to Benny Campbell here. So he just gets in there really deep, gets in the back of the 16, or almost in the back of the 16. Oh, and just loses it off the corner. Gets really loose, spins it around, ends up finishing. Oh, he's got it in reverse, just crossing the line in reverse. But your winner is Brendan Mathia in the number 71 HendrickCars.com Chevrolet. Let's bring in Kenneth Podium Pack, Dave.
Kenneth Podium Pack. It's Dave and Dave. You got me?
Boy, I was peddling it to get it.
Yeah, hell of a run there at the end. I didn't know what was going to happen, but it was going to be fun regardless.
Yeah,
but congrats sneaking it in there and grabbing that third.
Yeah, Kurtz and Benny got doored each other there and broke both of their momentum, and I saw the opportunity, so I took it.
Look, were you as scared as I was when that happened? Because I was like, he just has nowhere to go.
Yeah.
He has nowhere to go. They're all over the track.
Yeah, I knew I was faster there at the end, but they had to get together a little bit to give me that chance for that 3rd place.
Well, listen, man, you got it done here, and I know you're a little disappointed not being in the playoffs due to the work schedule and all that, man. But great run nonetheless. I'm glad you get out here and still give it everything to try to put on the best finish you can, try to get these victories.
To start the race, I told the fellas, I said, if y'all need a spot, I'll give it to you. I'm not in the playoffs. They all told me, hey, race your own race. So I did.
Yes, sir, you did, and you did a hell of a job doing it, man. Congratulations on a P3. Listen, the floor is yours. Anybody you want to shout out or say hello to, time is now.
Oh, thank all my sponsors, our sponsors, and appreciate y'all for broadcasting.
Hey, don't forget about Scott. Scott's always out there watching.
Is he watching?
Yeah, I mean, listen, he was commenting, so I don't know if he was
Okay,
watching or not, but he was definitely commenting in the comments. So
yeah, he had asked me, why aren't y'all racing this week? I said everything's off this week for the Olympics, and so we're off too. And I did tell him we were running tonight, so I didn't know if he was watching or not.
yeah, he was in there rooting you on, man. But congratulations on a P3. We'll go ahead and send you back to celebrate, and we'll hopefully be talking to you there on Tuesday night.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, buddy. We'll see you. That was Kenneth Pack in the number 16 Prisma Health Chevrolet, finishing in third tonight. Let's bring in Michael Kurgelak, getting another podium finish for Kurds.
Hey, Courage, Dave and Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Hey, man, great run there to finish in P2. You were pretty quick all night. Some of those battles there with Brendan Mathia were very fun to watch, and unfortunately he came out just one position better, but nonetheless, that was a good run for you to finish P2 and a good start to this first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, I can't say it was a bad finish at all. I did a lot of practicing, and I felt pretty good, racing Brendan like that, how good he is. So, but he had that outside line hooked up, and I can only run the inside. So,
Hey, listen, let me ask you something, because I think you were the first driver I saw doing it. Was there any grip, or was there more grip by straddling the old pavement versus new pavement through the corners?
I'm going to say yes to that, but after seeing what Brendan did and how good he was running, but I mean, I know he was start high and come low, but I stayed down there because I felt like it helped the truck turn.
Yep.
But then it had also downshift.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, it was very interesting. We noted you had some problems there at one point in the race, and you were back at the back, and man, you just like come through the field, with seemingly with ease, right? And Dave even talked about it. You were just taking your time getting through there, but it didn't take you much time at all to do it. But you carefully and methodically moved your way back up into that, the front pack of trucks there. Great run tonight. Congratulations on a P2, and the floor is yours, sir.
I just want to say a good race to everybody out there, and good win to Brendan, and thank you to Dave and Dave.
All right, man. Well, you're welcome, and thank you for putting on a good show, and hopefully we'll be talking to you there on Tuesday night. That was Michael Kurgelak in the number 41 Ford, finishing in P2. Let's go ahead and talk to Brendan Mathia. We don't get to talk to him enough over here with the AARL Truck Series. So,
not at all.
Yeah. Let's see how Mr. Seven Time is doing.
Hey, Brendan, Dave and Dave in the booth. You got us?
Yep.
Hey, great run there. Great performance to come out on top. So congrats on that. We were just discussing. I don't think we talked to you enough. So why not talk to you again?
One thing I noticed, man, it seemed like, first of all, congratulations on the win, but congratulations on even making it tonight. We know initially you had some concern about whether or not you were going to be able to make the race, and then you get in like at the last moment, just in time to run your very first laps on track in qualifying. Qualified, I think, fourth or something like that. But then it was like through the first stage, it seemed like you were just trying to find your way around the track, maybe figure it out a little bit. Is this a track that's new for you, or is this something you just hadn't run in the trucks, or did it take you a little while to kind of find what you needed for the truck to go fast? Because after you did, it was lights out. Uh-oh, I don't know if I'm having audio issues or what. Him? Okay,
Yep.
Brendan, try it again, buddy. I couldn't hear you that last time.
Yeah,
I got you now. I got you now.
All right. Yes, tonight was the first time I've ever ran laps at this track. I was just trying to figure it out. Qualifying was the first laps I've ever put on this track. So I was just trying to figure it out. Stage one. What I think really helped me out, because I still didn't have it figured out, I was all over the track trying to find something. Stage two, I was able to get out front somehow and kind of be by myself. So basically, able to figure it out.
Yeah, it was clean air appeared to be a big advantage tonight. I mean, even when this, in stage one, while the 67 was out there, it just seemed like he could pull away from the field quite a bit. And then, once you took the lead, you were able to pull out, I think some 4, 5, 6 seconds at one time. Was clean air important, or was it just that you'd found something at that time?
I think clean air definitely helped. But just being out by yourself and not having the pressure from behind kind of allows you to experiment a little bit and figure things out, and that's what I was able to do. And I just continued that throughout, hoping that it was better than everyone else. Screwed up on pit road there at the end. Totally missed my pit stall. Had to restart in the back. I thought it was over at that point, and I think I drove the hardest I've ever driven this car there at the end and made some very, very aggressive moves that I normally don't make. But the playoffs got to go.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, as long as you start in a couple of weeks at Bristol, as long as you start that race, you are locked into into the round of 8. So congratulations on that. Congratulations on the victory tonight. The 7th win on the season. I think you win every time you step in these trucks. So congrats on that. So what do you have for him at Bristol?
Hopefully another win. I like Bristol. I think it was my first race of the season that I ran in these trucks in this league. I was able to win, so.
All right. Well, you just put everybody else on notice, right? Everyone else listening to this, they've been put on notice that they better start their practicing tonight, so that 2 weeks from now, whenever you guys, I think it's 2 weeks off, and then there's the Bristol race. But I don't know, man. Anyway, congratulations on making it this far. But anybody you want to shout out, the floor is yours.
Yeah, you for the broadcast, doing what you do. I know it's going to be good. It's going to be cool to watch going back. Teammates, Alan was in there talking to me, keeping me focused. He wasn't able to get in and watch because he had connection issues, but he was able just to talk to me and calm me down in those high pressure situations. My dad for watching, and just everybody that raced tonight. Kurjalak, big shout out to him. He raced lights out tonight. Made me run really hard, and came with Campbell there.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, congratulations on another victory. We're going to send you back to celebrate, and you're the winner of the GTech 175 here at the Milwaukee Mile. So congrats, bud. Yep. That was Brendan Mathia and the number 71 HendrickCars.com Chevrolet getting his 7th win on the season here for the All-American Racing League Truck Series. So, Dave, very interesting race here at the Milwaukee Mile. Again, it's not a track we're real familiar with, but they put on a pretty good race tonight nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't know what to expect coming into this. Noticed the track, obviously real slick, flat track. And the clean air really surprised me too, how much drivers could pull out once they get out in front. I think a lot of those passes, if you get those passes done early, it was quite beneficial because it became so hard to pass later on. So, yeah, very, very fun, exciting race here. So, and congrats to Brendan Mathia on bringing home another win.
Yeah, absolutely. So the points are Brendan's going to probably stay as the points leader, I would imagine, heading into the next round. Brendan Mathia was your winner with Michael Kurjalak in 2nd, Kenneth Pack 3rd, Travis Rodriguez brings it home in 4th, with Curtis Saubern 5th. Michael Bovair gets a 6th place finish tonight. James Nelson finishes 7th. Benny Campbell finished in 8th with Tyrone Yo 9th. Chad Snyder, after woes that put him 5 laps down, comes back to finish only 1 lap down in 10th. Michael Boone finishes 11th with Nathan Christensen 12th. And Johnny May did not start the race, will be scored with a 13th place finish. But I don't know, Dave, I had a good time. So next week we will be off, or next 2 weeks we will be off the Truck Series. Then we will return earlier. So be sure to keep an eye out for that. Hit the subscribe and notification bell thing so that you don't miss it. But this coming Tuesday, we will be going to Daytona for the All-American Racing League Cup Series. That is going to be slam full of action, so you don't want to miss that race. And then Friday night, the Quick Finishers Racing League will be... Drum roll, please. They will be in Richmond, I believe.
Richmond.
Yes, on the 9th of August. Richmond. So be sure to tune in for that. It's going to be 205 40 laps there for that race. So we'll see you guys on Tuesday night. Nathan Christensen will be up here in the booth, as Dave and I will be on track, white knuckling it in the draft at Daytona. But looking forward to that. Can't wait to get back to a restrictor plate race. That should be some fun. At any rate, for Dave and Dave in the booth here at SimWorld Racing Network, we appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in as you do each and every week. Be sure and hit that thumbs up button. It is free to do so. We'll catch you next time right here on the SimWorld Racing Network. See ya.